host to Hispanic Business Television's Weekly Report. I'm your host, Viviana Granillo. Thank you so much for being with us. This week on HBTV, we have your latest trending headlines. We have a segment with Lindita in Lindita's Kitchen, the Sports Exchange with Alex Ramirez and Shelley Aragon, and of course, the Chisme of the Week. So don't go anywhere because HBTV starts now. Alright, kicking it off with your trending headlines, Carlos Santana is now an award-winning author. The legendary guitarist's memoir, The Universal Tone, co-written with Ashley Kahn and Hal Miller, was among the winners of the 36th Annual American Book Awards celebrating diversity in publishing. The memoir, published in 2014, tells Santana's journey from his earliest days playing in the strip bars of Tijuana as a teenager, making it big with his signature guitar sounds. Santana also delves into his life as a husband, father, and legendary rock star. Alright guys, in other news, George Lopez to Donald Trump. You're fired. This Mexican is taking over. That could be the punchline to one of the comedian's jokes, and it just might turn out to be true. According to the New York Post, the Mexican-American comedian and NBC are reportedly in talks of having him take over as host of the reality competition show Celebrity Apprentice, just weeks after the network broke ties with Trump over his comments about Mexican immigrants. There have been initial conversations with George Lopez's representatives, and given Donald Trump's crazy comments, George would be the perfect loud response to Trump, a source told the New York Post. Another source said landing Lopez as Trump's replacement might be a smart move by NBC and would bring greater diversity to the network. As we move into the summer months, also known as the busy season for real estate, agents around the country will be ramping up their marketing efforts. Many have their sights set on the millennial crowd, who the National Association of Realtors notes is now the largest population of homebuyers, outpacing all the other generations. But how do you reach this evasive and highly mobile-oriented group, especially now at the peak of the season? It is simple. You get to know them first. Here, we've mapped out for you some essential traits of the millennial crowd and aligned them with some of our favorite tips for email marketing success to help you get started. The millennial trait number 1. Millennials hate ads and sales pitches. Therefore, don't play a character and be direct. Number 2. They want personalized information, so therefore, customize your content on reflecting the home buying needs. Number 3. They are addicted to smartphones, so therefore, get mobile savvy. And lastly, millennials check their email constantly, so therefore, make sure you test your timing to maximize effectiveness. There is a study that shows that people between the ages of 18 and 36 check their phones 43 times a day on average. So there you have it, folks. Alrighty, now don't go anywhere because when we come back, we have a segment with Lindita in Lindita's Kitchen.
Only 10% of us get enough daily exercise.
And that number is dropping.
Nearly 30% of us are overweight or obese.
As a result, we now have a shorter life expectancy than our parents.
But give us the right start in sports, and we'll never stop.
Learn how at activeforlife.ca.
Hola and welcome to Lindita's Kitchen. I am Lindita and I've got 2 wonderful recipes for you for the summer. It's hot out, you don't want to cook, you don't want to be dipping into anything else but this watermelon salsa, and it is awesome. So let's get started on this and then we'll do the drink later, no? Okay, so we've got 3 cups of watermelon. Fresh watermelon, you just want to dice it, cube it, you know, just add it to your bowl. Very colorful. And 1 mango, just 1 mango, just cut it up, you know, peel it, make sure you peel it, wash it, peel, and then go ahead and add it right to your watermelon. And we're gonna go ahead and add 1 large tomato as well. I know you're like the combination, but let me tell you, when you sink right into it, you're gonna love it as well. So we're gonna do some tomato. You can hear the crunch already, it's all refreshing. And of course, we're gonna add jalapeno. You want 1 jalapeno in there, and it all depends on the heat, but I'm gonna go ahead and add the mild mix. Lindita's instant salsa mix, we're gonna add the mild, right? And of course, we're gonna give it a little kick, and we're gonna add some fresh jalapeno. So just dice it, finely diced. And then you want to add a little bit of pepper. Así. And we have something else to top it off with, of course. Oh my goodness. You know, you can smell, you can taste all the ingredients. When you have this salsa, I'm telling you, you'll be like the talk of town. So mix it up, make it really colorful like that. And we're gonna top it off with some fresh cilantro. And just take a pinch. If you like it a lot, add more to it. Otherwise, to your liking, you know? And you can refrigerate it. This is ready to go like in minutes. And we're gonna sample it out in a little bit. And you can serve it up with some pita bread, chips, some real thick tortilla chips as well. You know, just because it is kind of, you know, it's healthy and sturdy. And I want you to take a look at this. You know, look how beautiful is that. I can smell all the mango, the watermelon, the tomato, and all your spices. Okay, so now while this is sitting for a little bit, we're gonna get started on our sangria. And we're ready to make some sangria. And this recipe is really pretty special. I got it in Puerto Rico. You wouldn't believe what I had to do to get this, but let's get started. And we're gonna do the passion juice. That's what you want. You want about a cup and a half. I've got it lined up, eyeball it. Ooh la la, mira. Have I done this before? And 2 cups of the pineapple. We're gonna do pineapple, and all these just get blended together. And that's why sangria is so good, and you'll see why in a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and add a fresh lemon or lime. Actually, I prefer the lemon. Okay, half a cup of the lime juice. And then we're gonna add 2 cups of the vino. So I am gonna measure that out just because I don't wanna get carried away. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 cups. This is where you're getting all your color and the flavor. And you know, the red wine, it's to your liking. And I have a lot of them, so I'm just saying. So that's 2 cups of that. We're gonna use, on the club soda, we're gonna use the lime. We're gonna use about 2 cups of that. So this one I'm easy, I can do. And that's why you need a large pitcher like this, because it does make a lot. And if you're ready for a party, yeeks, I'm telling you, this is the party drink to have. And of course, you're gonna need some rum. And I should measure it out too, but you know what? Should I? Okay, I'm just gonna eyeball it here. And you want about a cup. And of course, if you like a little more, you can add to it as right. And that is the light rum. Okay, we're gonna stir that up. Así. And last but not least is your mandarin oranges. And that's about 6 ounces. And you wanna also use the syrup too. Okay, so that'll give it some flavor. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna cap this off. And what you want to make sure you refrigerate it. It tastes better chilled. And I am having a little get together tonight, so I got plenty here. And so that's why I actually have some already made. And it goes great over some ice. Mira, oh, they're playing my favorite song. Sangria, man. Put that in the back deck with the patio and your friends. And just enjoy, right? What we're gonna do is, check this out. We've got our watermelon salsa and our chips and our sangria. And with that, I just wanna say thank you for joining us and enjoy these wonderful recipes with your family and friends. Salud.
Quicker, smarter, earlier, fresher, harder. And yeah, even on Sundays. If that's not what you think of when you think of the United States Postal Service, watch us deliver.
Breaking Bad actor Stephen Michael Quesada said he is jumping in a heated race for county commissioner in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Quesada, who played DEA agent Stephen Gomez in the hit AMC TV series, told the Associated Press on Monday that he will make a formal announcement on Tuesday that he's seeking the Bernalillo County Commission seat. The 52-year-old actor and comedian said he's joining in the race because he feels someone like him can make a difference in the district, which includes the historic Hispanic South Valley and an area in Albuquerque's west side where developers are seeking to build new homes. It has been announced that Rita Moreno, the legendary actress and singer, will be one of 6 Kennedy Center's honors recipients. The Kennedy Center Honors Annual Awards recognize the extraordinary and unparalleled talents of individuals whose impact and genius have left an indelible mark on civilization. Moreno has more than earned this distinction. She is one of only 12 artists who have ever won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award, as well as the first Hispanic to have won all 4 awards. Generations of Americans know Moreno from her role as Anita in the movie The West Side Story. Moreno's recognition is welcome news among Hispanics and Hispanic groups who have advocated for an increased Latino presence among those chosen for this Lifetime Achievement Award. Guys, don't go anywhere because up next is Shelley, Aragon, and Alex Ramirez with HBTV Sports Xchange.
Hello, I'm Alex Ramirez, and welcome back to another edition of the Sports Xchange with my co-host, Shelley Aragon.
Hi everybody! Today we will be covering a variety of trending topics in the world of sports today. The ESPYs, NFL Free Agency, NBA Summer League, Oscar de la Hoya, and much, much more.
Let's get started, Shelley.
Well, Alex, it never fails. I've yet to get through an entire ESPYs without shedding a tear or 2 or 3. And this year was no different, but not before host Joe McHale took digs at some of the athletes, starting with Russell Wilson and Triple Crown winner Victor Espinosa.
Joe, you're on.
What? Oh, holy crap. Thanks, Monet. All right. Wait. Where's my mic?
Joel, catch.
Russell, don't throw it. Okay? Just hand it to me. Seriously, it is the obvious choice.
Too soon, Joel. Way too soon.
Okay. Well, here I go to host the ESPYs. All right. Yep.
Hurry, Joe.
Sorry, Victor, this is as fast as I can walk for some reason. Whoa!
All right. Hey, this is very helpful. Let's go. That's it. All right. Okay.
Please welcome Triple Crown winner Victor Espinosa, riding your host, Joe McHale.
Victor Espinosa, everybody. Yes. He made history by being the first Latino jockey to win the Triple Crown. Yes, and he'll make history again when he's the first person President Donald Trump deports to Mexico.
It wasn't all giggles and laughs. The most moving speech for me came from Devin Still accepting the Jimmy V Perseverance Award on behalf of his daughter, Leah Still. Leah, who is 5 years old, was unable to attend because of her continuing battle with cancer. She did, however, appear on the video screen at the end of the speech to offer her thanks for the award.
I know you could wish you could be here, but I know you're watching. And I just want to thank you. From the moment you was born, you molded me into the man I am today. And you know, I always used to dream about how I was going to be able to show you so much about life, but in the 5 years I've been with you, you taught me more about life than I could ever do. And I love you, and I'm just proud of the way that you've been handling yourself this past year. And my daughter couldn't be here, like I said, but she had a message for everybody, so.
Sorry I couldn't be here, everybody, but thank you for supporting me while I beat out cancer. Hey, Daddy.
Thank y'all. Thank you for all the support.
She is so cute. Alex, what was your favorite moment?
I gotta say the most memorable moment of the night had to be when Peyton Manning won the record-breaking performance of the year, with his young daughter in the audience sitting next to Brett Favre. It doesn't get much better than that. Speaking of football, last week the NFL franchise tags were signed by 3 of the top players in the NFL today. Justin Houston from the Kansas City Chiefs, who inked a 6-year extension worth $101 million, $52.5 million of that was guaranteed, and wide receivers Des Bryant of the Cowboys, Demaryius Thomas of the Denver Broncos, both agreed to long-term deals with their clubs. All in all, the NFL paid $150 million worth of guaranteed money, which is a record, of course, but next year that'll be broken.
I think it's safe to say Demaryius Thomas had the best week ever. Not only did he sign a 5-year, $70 million contract with the Denver Broncos, but just 2 days earlier, his mom, Katina Stuckey Smith, was one of 46 nonviolent drug offenders whose sentences were commuted by President Barack Obama. Thomas was just 11 years old when police raided his home to arrest his mother and grandmother.
By the time Demaryius was 7, his mother had married and worked various shifts at a local factory that manufactured boat parts. Demaryius would stay at his grandmother's house.
What was going on in the house?
Basically, you know, that was selling crack cocaine. Sometimes I saw some people coming to the house and buying it. I actually saw some of the materials they used to use the crack cocaine. Saw them make it before. Whoever came in that wanted to buy some stuff, my grandma was like the head of everything.
So what was your mom's role?
I really don't know what she did.
Katina Smith occasionally held her mother's drug money and had been previously arrested for drug distribution. In early 1999, when Demaryius was 11, he says he confronted his mother.
What did you say to your mom and your grandma?
I had told my mom I had a dream that something bad's gonna happen, and I've been crying every day.
What was the dream about?
Somebody was gonna go to jail for a long time.
March 15, 1999. 11-year-old Demaryius, his mother, stepfather, and 2 younger sisters were here, asleep in their home.
I'm getting up out the bed and I just heard this loud noise, just boom. Somebody kicking down the door.
The Broncos host the Chiefs on November 15th, just 5 days after Smith is scheduled to be released from a halfway house. Up next, the latest on the Pan Am Games.
The world is online, and we're all connected. While there's a lot to explore and discover, we each need to do our part to keep the internet safe. Cybersecurity starts with you. Learn how you can stay safe online at dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect.
The Pan American Games are being held in Toronto, Canada right now. They are the world's 3rd largest international multi-sports games. The first Pan American Games were held in Buenos Aires, Argentina in 1951. This year, close to 7,000 athletes from across Latin America, South America, the Caribbean, and North America will put this year's intense training, perseverance, and sacrifice to test in world-class competition in 36 Pan Am individual sports. The Pan Am Games will take place from July 10th to the 26th. Good luck to all the athletes.
Alex, you know I can't get through an entire segment without mentioning something about women in sports. First, U.S. women's soccer, then Serena Williams, and now Becky Hammon. Women making history in sports everywhere. Hammon, former WNBA All-Star, became the first woman head coach at the NBA Summer League for the San Antonio Spurs. Earlier this week, the Spurs, led by the history-making coach, defeated the Suns 93-90 at the Thomas & Mack Center to claim the 2015 Las Vegas Summer League title. And this isn't the first time she's making history in the NBA. The 38-year-old Colorado State product became the first woman to be a full-time employee on an NBA coaching staff as an assistant coach for the Spurs. Hammon is quoted as saying, "To me, it's always about the bigger picture. We want to make sure that when your wife or your daughter goes in for a job interview, she gets the same opportunity that a guy gets. I think that's the bigger picture. That's the bigger goal. Whether it's basketball or in the Army or in CEOs or in operating rooms, we want women there." And I must say, I'm right there with her.
Oscar De La Hoya, the former 6-time division title holder, International Boxing Hall of Famer, and head of Golden Boy Promotions, is launching De La Hoya TV, a Spanish-language sports, travel, and lifestyle channel. It's scheduled for launch this summer. De La Hoya said the channel will offer news, analysis, and original programming surrounding combat sports, including boxing, mixed martial arts, entertainment, travel, lifestyle, and news on international sports.
And finally, on Sunday, July 26, 2015, Pedro Martinez will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Pedro will be the second Dominican-born pitcher inducted after Juan Marichal in 1983. Thus, his induction is historical, and I'm sure that every Dominican, Latino, and baseball fan will be equally excited as Martinez. And 2 days later, on July 28th, his number 45 will become the 9th number retired by the Red Sox organization. It's an honor reserved for the organization's all-time greats, a category Martinez undoubtedly falls under, and the former pitcher can't help but have a deep appreciation for such a meaningful gesture. Martinez recently told MLB.com's Ian Brown, "You know what? As excited as I am about the Hall of Fame, I'm equally excited about having my number retired. I think it's a great honor. I don't have enough words to thank the Red Sox for giving me the consideration of retiring my number." Well deserved, my friend.
Indeed. What an honor for him and his family. That wraps up another edition of the Sports Exchange. Until next week, I'm Alex Ramirez.
And I'm Shelley Aragon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Shelley and Alex, for that segment of Sports Exchange. All right, guys, finally we have the Cheesemint of the Week. Can I get a drum roll, please? Because it goes to Starbucks with their new cappuccino drink known as the Chapuccino. It has been said that El Chapo is currently waiting for Donald Trump to attend Starbucks so he could give him the Chapuccino drink. Thank you so much, Starbucks, for being involved in this entire mess. All right, guys, that has been all for this week's HBTV's Weekly Report. I'm your host, Viviana Granillo. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I will see you guys next week because we got some amazing things prepared just for you. Catch you guys next time.